Out front of a guitar store, a coffee by my side, playing mandolin and sitting on a bench that they provide when up rides my good friend Kemlin on her vintage bicyclette. Eileen just bought a house, she says. If you haven't heard it yet, we moved in just last Thursday. I sure could use a rest, cause we started renovations. That house is just a mess. I gotta go down to the hardware store for some number 8 screws, cause we took a wall out yesterday, now the ceiling's kinda loose. There was a giant hole down through the first floor from where there used to be a sink. We patched it up with drywall. It's better than you think. We took that old 6-foot bathtub, turned it on its end. Now we got a shower, works just fine if you're less than 4'10". Then Kemlin smiled and rode away. This homeless man started thinking what he might say to Eileen. Eileen, Eileen, won't you marry me? Love will come eventually, but in the meanwhile I could do your renovations if Eileen, you'll marry me. Back when I had an apartment, it was easy to be me. I spent every waking hour watching Home and Garden TV. Me and Bob Vila, we'd hang out for close to half the day. With Norm Abrams doing carpentry, I had every reason to stay. They showed me how to do my own plumbing, flooring, and electricity. How to heat and cool a house and do it all efficiently. Roofing, fascia, siding, downspouts, kitchen floors, and bathroom tiles. From how to kick in carpets to fixing doors needing to be filed. All the time I could still see Kemlin. She was still riding away. This homeless man was still thinking what he might say to Eileen. Eileen, Eileen, won't you marry me? Love will come eventually, but in the meanwhile I could do your renovations if Eileen, you'll marry me. Well, I phoned over to Eileen's place. My heart was in my throat. I'd had a crush on that girl for 8 years, and a man should always hope. As soon as she heard it was me, she said, how fast can you come around? My new jacuzzi's stuck in my bathroom door, making funny cracking sounds. And I'd offer you some food while you're here, but my fridge and stove are gone. They went off to be cleaned this morning by a very nice man named Ron. I hope those other workmen bring back my 2nd floor stairway soon, cause that old wooden ladder scares me. I haven't peed since noon. All the time I could still see Kemlin. She was still riding away. This homeless man was still thinking what he might say to Eileen. Eileen, Eileen, won't you marry me? Love will come eventually, but in the meanwhile I could do your renovations if Eileen, you'll marry me. Well, I got over to Eileen's house and I was in for a surprise. Everything those two had told me had been a huge pack of lies. I knew something was really weird, cause it was Kemlin answered the door. She set me in a beautifully finished living room with a brand new hardwood floor. As Kemlin left, Eileen walked in. Goddess in a floor-length dress, man, and a ear-to-ear grin. She said, I'm sorry, we lied to you to get you over here. We've been planning this for weeks, and you're really such a dear. Carrie, could you look into your heart and see? I've loved you all these years, will you marry me? Carrie, Carrie, won't you marry me? Love will come eventually, but in the meanwhile I could be your new financial advisor If Carrie, you'll marry me, love, exciting and new, come aboard. It's there for you.